Hello, board members. How we doing this lovely, lovely Action Tuesday? Well, I hope. Of course, we gotta get ourselves some Planescape Torment in here, where we've acquired a new. Okay, we've acquired a new party member after being gaslit by them. Since it turns out we'd already met them once. I went back to go try to talk to them again and recruit them, and they weren't there. So I thought, oh, I must not remember where to get them. And then it turns out, nope, it's they left. They done did go away. But now they're with us for reasons. We fought through a like a tenement building full of gang members. Came out on the other side, and we're in a new district that we have to explore. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes. I'm curious. I'm curious what's about to happen. Alley of Lingering Size, huh? Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, see, Tenement of Thugs. It's literally just called the Tenement of Thugs. But yeah, this alleyway that we're in is apparently haunted or something. As you can see, we went through some harrowing combat.
I'm gone.
Oh, we also know that Farad was killed by ghosts, or it looked like, well, looks like it was killed by ghosts. As after going into the underground area and getting the ore back and giving to him, we got a weird cutscene of just a bunch of like kind of female-looking ghosts appearing in his room and killing him. So, wah wah. Welcome, Ika. How you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully the soda mines are treating you well. Can I talk to you? Do you care that this place is haunted? You see Adabas is dressed in long flowing robes and floating slightly above the ground. As soon as AC and a series of symbols appear around its head. Dakan, can you translate? Dakan nods. What's he doing? Hatch symbols appear. What do he say? Tend to my duties. It says it's tending to his duties. Okay. Questions? Ask him about Fell. A lone symbol appears over the Daba's head as a white oval split by a black lightning bolt. The Dabas floats the symbol for a few seconds, then turns away, ignoring you. Farewell then. I don't think he liked it. Farad will be fine. Was just a flesh wound. Well, it could, in theory, not even be a flesh wound. It could be like a spirit wound. The ghost might have literally just rended his, like, soul from his body. His body could be intact and his soul long gone now into another place. Ooh, that looks intimidating. The dark recess descends for a few feet before ending abruptly in a solid rock face. Oh. Something is happening? The dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building. I don't know why it told me that, but okay. Did the blurb go through, or was Twitch bugging out on me? I did not hear a blurb. Which one did you play? I did not receive the blurb. If you sent one, I did not receive it, sadly. Twitch and or blurb is having a hard time, which isn't surprising. Blurb is a fickle mistress. It does as it pleases. Also, there's been a bunch of internet outages today, so... Okay, that's the same one. I don't know if you heard about it, Ika, but there was this huge, like, web page / server outage today, so maybe Blurp is just not working. Like, Twitter was down this morning for a few hours, I think. It was kind of a big deal if you're a huge Twitter person. This massive iron gate is rusted shut. There's no way to open it. Yeah, but I could just take it apart. I have magic. And like multiple magical people. Z770, it's been a hot minute. Welcome back, friend. How you doing? It doesn't want to load on me now. Oh well. I said. But yeah, right now Blurp unfortunately said, especially for you, I know how much you love the blurps. It is not working here stateside. Maybe it's working over where you're from, but doing great. That's good to hear. It's been a little while. We were hoping you were doing well. It was good seeing you for D&D yesterday. We have found a house with a dead Dabas inside. Over here. Wait, why do I... Oh, this is just the key for the tenement building. Yeah, that's fine. Balancing all things. Journal updated. Welcome, T12. How you doing? Is Blurb down for you? Yeah, cloudy thingy hosting not really working anymore. Yeah, I heard about that this morning. There was a couple of websites while I was on my way to work, because I'm passenger, that just weren't... It was just giving me cloud errors. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not a thing. So, Blurb might just not be working right now, sadly. Wait, so there's the body. Dead Dabbas. You see the dead body of a Dabbas. The stench of its decay is overpowering, and from the looks of its rigid unnatural posture, extreme rigor mortis has long set in. Check the corpse to see if you can determine what killed it. Use your stories, bones tell.
I don't know.
Oh, that went through. Thankfully. Okay, apparently Zets is still working, but the US version is not working? Or Ika, double check, maybe it's still working again. Yeah, I mean... we'll see. Use the stories bones tell on the corpse. As you reach out with your power, there is a faint stirring in the air, and the Dabbas body blurs for a moment. You feel a strange wrenching pain in your skull as if someone's hammering on it sharply, desperately. Shake off the effects and try and focus. Your vision goes black for a moment and the hammering pain fades until it sounds like it's coming from outside your skull. The darkness clears and you hear the hammering coming from outside the building. The entire building seems hazy somehow, confused, as if you were seeing it through a mist. Keep focusing. The hammering dies and you suddenly see a spectral version of the Dabbas entering the building. As it does, the windows and the doors become like water, suddenly sealing over the entrance the Dabbas came through. The Dabbas turns, pauses, and then begins a slow circuit of the room, examining the walls and hammering on each one, as if testing it. The Dabbas completes its circuit of the room, then pauses by the door.
What a mess.
Seriously. By the door it once entered. It begins hammering, chipping away the stone. With every blow, the wall repairs itself. The vision fades to black, and the hammering continues, first at a steady pace, then slower, then slower. Focus on the vision. Ooh, 1,000 XP. Your vision clears as the hammering ends, and you are once again standing out beside the corpse of the Dabbas. It looks as if it withered away here, trapped in the building. Leave the corpse of the Dabbas. Okay, well that's intriguing. What does the Dabbas have on it? Well, here, can I interact with it? As you touch the corpse, a sudden shock passes through your body, and there's a stirring in the air like a wind. Has found its way into the building and is fighting to get free. You feel a strange, wrenching pain in your skull, as if someone's hammering. Okay. So I guess we didn't need the book to interact with the Dabbas. It's just the hammer. It's a heavy work hammer. It has a long handle and a metal head that looks like it could shape steel and crush skulls with ease. Okay. So I assume we're trapped in here then? No? We're able to leave.
All right.
Then why did the Dabbas die? I am confused.
I'm gone.
Maybe the ghosts of this alley don't like Dabbasi? Dabbidians?
Done.
Whatever the plural of a Dabbas is. He did not have to open the door? Wow. He's a magical caretaker for the town and he doesn't remember how to open the door. Would actually be the most hilarious way of doing it. Dabbi? Yeah, maybe it's a Dobby? Is it a Dobby, but like in the, not in the like Harry Potter Dobby? It's a different Dobby? Dabbuses? Yeah, Dabbuses? Like that one guy in Underrail by Corsity you had to free because he was too high? Yeah, actually that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. I can kind of get behind that. Okay, so we found a dead Dabbas and took his hammer. But otherwise I can't really seem to find a way to free him. Oh, we can actually go up here. Sorta? Apparently we can't go up there? There's walking space up here, but for some reason we can't actually get up there. That's odd. Maybe we need to figure out a way to get a portal going, and that'll open up this other area. I bet it's a dev joke. It could be. It could be a dev joke, that a joke about someone working themselves too hard to death or something in the office. I guess we'll just keep moving, team. Oh, this is a cutscene. What's happening? This is the place. I found you lying right here where we stand. A face? You stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable brick wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with the stony caricature of a human face. What is that? I don't know. Anna stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fidgeting her daggers. But I'm for leaving before we find out. Not just yet. There is something... Suddenly, a strong breeze begins to blow around you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rustling wind grows stronger, and you make out other sounds as well. The cracking of boards, the rustling of leaves, the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly, yet seems to come from all around you at once. You. It cannot be you. Greetings. The wind around you has stopped, but the voice is still somehow present. You are restored again? I saw you destroyed. Who are you? I am I. The voice is expressionless as the stone face before you. What are you? I am I.
But hang on a minute. What's that?
Seriously, you saw me destroyed? Where? I saw you destroyed here, in front of me. I see all within me. You know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were shadow. They rose around you, tore you down, you do not remember. You concentrate on the strange voice composed sounds around you. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there is a brief glimmer of a recollection. You feel as though there is something vaguely familiar about the sounds. Close your eyes and try to remember. Oh, those are the same ghosts that killed Farad. Oh god. Oh, then she found us. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed. As soon as I shall be. As soon I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble, and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying? Pressure is too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. Divide? It must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant? Oh. Freaky. So where are we technically standing right now? I really don't want to know the answer to that, Mort. The voice continues. Help me to divide, branch out, expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. What do you need? The floating one is upon me, repairing. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returning again and again. Repairs anew. Must remove floating one. You want me to kill the Daubus in the alley? Move it. Only then can I divide. Very well. I'll remove the Daubus for you.
Updated my journal.
Interesting. Okay. I was kind of hoping to avoid upsetting the Dabai. The Dabuses, as it were. So you approach a stone face of various... You have returned. That still remains. I can't seem to get rid of it. Never mind. Farewell. I didn't mean to click on you. I was trying to click over here to see if I could, like, walk around or something, but no. We're in, like, your safe haven or something. I'm not done. Stop bothering me. I didn't even leave yet, you idiot. You keep saying you know everything. You mean the Dabas who serve the lady? Yeah, exactly.
All right.
The Dabusses that serve the lady. I'm not really looking forward to dealing with that. Okay, where is this guy? Dabas, I must speak with ye. Surely that would not get us in any more trouble. Right, yeah, we're definitely not on the lady's radar, and she's definitely not going to mind us messing with her personal town builders. Her personal structural engineers. Oh, whoops. Greetings. Face you, and a series of symbols appear around ahead. I must attend to my duties, no more time to speak. I understand. I should know that I discovered the body of a Dabas in this alley. Dabas cocks its head slightly to one side. A number of symbols stream above its head, those of which indicate surprise and distress rather than words. Dead? Where? Lies in the abandoned building not far from here. It looks as though it got trapped inside somehow. Lies in the abandoned building not far from here. I don't know how it died. I guess we'll just lie to it. The Dabas stares at you briefly, then bows slightly and floats off in the direction of the abandoned building. Farewell. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so is it just going inside then? Okay, sweet. We got it out of the alley. As requested, it can go in the house and then the house can kill it like it did the last one.
Done.
Take that. How do you like that, face? Huh? Spoke the Dabas. I told him about his dead brother and he left to investigate.
Updated my journal.
Yes, the floating one no longer repairs. It is now with the other. I have closed myself around it. It remains inside me forever. I see. Now that it's trapped, can you divide without interference, right? Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo floating one's repairs. Your changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the floating one's repairs for me. You want me to undo the changes? How? Seek out the parts of me the floating one has changed. Reverse the changes. Undo the repairs. Must be exact, precise. Only then can I divide. Very well. I'll find and reverse the repairs for you. I'll probably need some tools. A hammer and pry bar should do the trick.
Updated my journal.
The teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Oh, well, some of us leveled up. I did not receive anything. I did not receive the things I requested. 2 hit points, 1 from Khan. Oh, spell memorization abilities has increased. Nice. And oh, we actually level up her skills and stuff? Weird. Saving throws is improved. Backstab multiplier increased by 1. I didn't even know she had that. 23 skill points granted, 3 hit points gained, and 1 from Khan. Lurk driving? Alright, drive safe. Open doors, pickpockets, detect traps, stealth. Probably opening doors is important, right? Is there a cap? It doesn't appear so.
Good enough.
Yeah. Pickpockets, detect traps. Stealth. Yeah. Keys are weird, so having, like, lockpicking is good. Plus, it might work on chests and stuff, which can be important. I'm not really worried about picking pockets. Detecting traps is kind of important, somewhat. So far, the traps haven't been terrible, but they haven't. They're more of an inconvenience than, like, a direct threat. And then just higher stealth is probably also going to be important. Alright, congratulations, you leveled up. Alright, well, we have a pry bar and a hammer, so we can do this. I'm not sure what exactly the rules are. The Dabas structure remains in place before striking. Examine the structures closely. Appears as if the Dabas was in the process of repairing this building. Several newer and sturdier boards have been nailed in the place of the old ones. With the right tool, it will be possible to reverse this. Use the pry bar to loosen the boards. One by one, you loosen the fresh boards from the face of the building. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as it weight shifts unsteadily upon its unsupported frame. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds very bad. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Just gonna leave that Davos right in there to starve to death or whatever. Okay. Within a number of planks, examine the structure. Use the hammer to nail the boards back into place. Appears as though the Davos was attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Several boards are loose upon the building's frame. Their nails nearly pried all the way out. Use the hammer. You hammer the boards neatly into place. Taking a step back to examine your handiwork, you notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Okay. Is that the extent of it? Let me go over here and check and see what this looks like. Do I need to do anything? Apparently not. Maybe that's what's going to open up when it divides or whatever, and then we can get back here.
Wow. Okay. This requires a lot of thought.
It does. I'm kind of curious where this is going.
Done.
Okay. Really have no interest in that hammer. Hammer can stay there. This approach the stone faces various ambient sounds. Again, ears and through the voice speaks, you have returned. I've reversed the repairs as you've asked. Yes, all in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with a fierce intensity. The omnipresent sound of the alley begins to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. Division begins. The way is open for you.
Updated my journal.
The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wood intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. Odd. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passage.
Updated my journal.
Ooh, cutscene. Oh, that's weird. That's also very loud. I'm turning that down. Huh. Well, I guess apparently the town is a full living entity? Oh, good. And we walked into some, like, gang territory. You there, sir. You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. Mort, where are you going? Mort, what are you doing? You're about to... Is this the one? It's a skull, ain't it? That's what he wants. Grab it. Mort! Well, the nines... Hey, Will, help.
I'm gone.
Oh, great. And then we gotta pick up all of Mort's stuff. Gosh darn it, Mort.
In enduring, grow strong. I hear you. I shall serve.
Gosh darn it, Mort.
I'm gone.
Morton. Korura. Hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. Here,
Hi.
you go grab
Thanks,
this stuff. Wow, I did not realize how full our inventory was.
I'm gone.
Alright, let's go see if we can figure out where these were-rats went. Our harmonium officer. Okay, so we actually found some police officers then. Much to my surprise. There's a door.
Where were you then? I was nowhere. How can you keep saying that? You were gone for 2 hours. I was at work. What do you expect me to do? You lied. I never lied to you a day in my life. You lied. I have not lied. I was working. That's what you said. I called and you weren't there. You want me to buy you things, right? I would be mad. I was taking a break.
There's a whole...
You know why? Because you were with her. You're crazy. You know that? You're just out of your mind. I'm not crazy. And the only time I was crazy was when I married you. I should never have married.
Wow. They have a whole weird, like, couples argument play out as background noise in this place?
I'm gone.
There's a pawn shop? Pawn shop? Rocco, we have a customer. Got eyes, I can see that. Hi. This rotund woman, complete with shrewish eyes and a nasal voice, brays out. Now we have what we have here, a customer. Do my eyes spy a customer? This is the diminutive man replies, of course your eyes spy a customer. They see a customer all the time. The customers of the street. If you have no customers, we will never have customers. It is useless and forlorn to hope for. He pauses as his eyes align on you. Micah, we have a customer. So I've been saying to you. She lowers her voice and turns to you. What can we do for you? Who's he? What can I tell you? Who's he? He is Broca. He is my husband of 20-some years, though his inconsistent nature makes it hard to believe he has not strayed in that time. That's okay. I was just leaving. What? Certainly does make it hard to believe all these chances thrown away when I could have been having the time of my life.
That just sounds like slavery with extra steps.
Oh, wow, Zed. It can't be that bad. To be sure, the goats on the farm must miss your tender ministrations. Wow, what a thing to... Broke up purples, and the two of them fall into what sounds like the latest in the long series of arguments. Their attentions are entirely devoted to each other, and they ignore you. Alright, Fuller, then. The two of them are in a heated argument. They ignore you entirely as the words slowly fill in the air in the shop. We'll come back later, then. Shopper? Hi. Hi, wait, hold on. See a man leisurely examining the wares. Greetings. He glances at you. Yes, Cutter? I have some questions. He frowns and waves you away. I have no time for this, Cutter. Leave me be. He turns away from you. Okay. Well, it's unfortunate. Okay. What if I go talk to Braca? Our customer, Micah, our customer has returned. I have an eye. Can I see not? I can see him. I see him. Stop pestering me, you wizened old bag of bones. She turns to you and modulates her voice. What can old Micah do for you? Well, let's talk trade. Hi. How's it going? Don't really have much on this character that I want to sell. What are you selling? Do you, by chance, do you have a glass eye?
Cheese for everyone!
There is cheese in there. This glass eye is a poor replicant for a real one. The wearer's depth perception is impaired while this eye is worn. Okay, I don't really want that then. Crimson Sphere. Ooh, resistance to fire and resistance to magical fire. Because that's different somehow. It's rumored that each of these earrings holds a tiny fire mephit inside, and they are so starved for heat that they will drink deep of any fire in the vicinity. This has never been proven, mostly because no one really cares to investigate the matter. Ring of the Traveler. +1 to armor class. We can technically use another one of those. Sells a lot of jewelry. I haven't identified that yet. Oops. Battle axe? It's a double-bladed weapon topped with a spike. The edges are razor sharp, and the long handle allows the wielder to put considerable force into the attack. He won't buy a zombie arm? What? Oh, they'll buy jewelry, though. Durr. Alright. Here, have all this random bronze nonsense. I was paying 45? I was selling this stuff for like 10 before. Wow. Yeah, the only thing I can really see in here that seems important is this Ring of the Traveler seems good. What's the cheese do? This is a piece of cheese. Weight, 0. Cheese. Okay, that's a quest item for something, Dad. We'll probably need to pick that up. Alright. Sell that stuff. Go ahead and just give me the cheese, since we're going to definitely need the cheese. Oh, she got the pry bar for some reason. That's weird. That's very odd to me that she got...
Nice!
Okay. Don't really need the hammer. Oh, the teeth. No. So wait, what's in this pouch? It is some undeveloped material. I guess it's just an empty pouch? That's kind of odd to me, but alright. Silver bracelets. So she just can't use this? It's a bone dagger. Okay, it seems to be made from the bone of a creature. Okay. Bone and ash. That's. We need to keep the junk.
I cannot
Can't
part
do
with
anything with
that.
this. You think you can win over the king of cranium rats with this? What? With a piece of cheese? Maybe. That could be what it's for. I don't know. This module's doing enough weird, wacky things. This piece of cheese could be literally for anything at this point. It's impossible to tell. Why do I have two of these random useless pouches? Anybody know? Skull trumpet? Yes, I have returned. Can you tell me about the area? I'm sure my husband here will be more than delighted to tell you about the civic fest hall and the brothel, she sniffs. But my tastes run toward whatever can make her belly larger. Her taste is entirely in her mouth, and even then she has precious little. Precious little judgment, too, I say, because I allowed your word to sway away from a promising future, and now I'm going to hurl themselves headlong into a pointed bickering. I had a few questions. All right. Apparently, the only thing they're interested in is selling stuff. Let's get out of here, team. I don't have anything
Perfectly
else.
normal, perfectly healthy.
All
Yeah,
right.
you could make that argument. I disagree, but you can make that argument. Lower Ward town person, huh? Okay. Nothing there. There's a building over here. Does it tell me what this building's called? A wrecked house. Ooh, that sounds like a house we can live in. No one will mind if we live in this house. Oh. Okay, well, never mind. Stuff going on in here. This appears to be a ladder constructed from the bones of many creatures. Oh, this is where they went. This unusual window allows some light to filter into the room. It casts strange colored shadows across the walls and floor. Whatever purpose these barrels once served, they are now just flotsam strewn around the room. Oh, well. Do you think there's a timer
Alright.
on how long we have to save Mort before he gets eaten or something? Look, it's Lenny. You can't determine what this odd device is. What is this thing? You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His
What are you
eyes
doing?
dart-
I'm not smoking crack.
Don't lie to me.
No, I am smoking crack.
Yeah, he's probably smoking crack. Eaten? Yeah, I assume that's what they're gonna do with him. What else do you do with a magical skull? Is you eat it for its power. And no, I don't know what that means. I'm just saying that's what were-rats would probably think. You see a feral-looking young man in shoddy clothes. His eyes dart about as he scans his surroundings. He notices you approaching and begins eyeing you warily. Greetings. He looks you up and down, then glances about. Returning his attention to you, he gives you a wicked grin. You best have a good reason for disturbing Lenny, Burke. Questions? He laughs. I ain't no tout. If you got questions, go find one. He smiles. His smile broadens. You'd best push off before I have to bleed you. I just had some questions, man. He stops smiling and frowns. No, I don't answer questions, Burke. I told you to go find a tout. Now get. He glances at you. All right, whatever, bud. Take that. That's just a free bandage and 5 free dollary dues, everybody. Can't be upset with that. Get my hammer back out. Extra intimidation factor. What we got over here? These crates are beginning to show signs of age. Seems they will crumple to a pile of refuse. Okay, can I just attack it? Nope, sure can't. Can't run over there either. The strange building appears to be a coffin maker's shop. The sign above the door has the slogan, "Engineered for Eternity," clearly written upon it. Oh. This building building looks a little out of place here. Oh, this has a door? Harmy's Dim Tree.
Done.
Oh, that's Harmy's and Dim Tree. Okay, never mind. I thought that was one person. You see a tall, slender man with a glassy-eyed expression. He seems engrossed in some tale that the shopkeeper is relating. Occasionally, he nods his head, but makes no comments of his own. Greetings. The man turns slightly at your greetings, just enough to acknowledge your presence. You notice that he is a little pale of a complexion, but they're gaunt-looking. He's giving you a blank stare. The shopkeeper does not seem to notice any of this, and continues with his stream of useless prattle. Are you alright? The man continues to stare at you and slowly nods. You wait for any further response, but he says nothing, only stares. You're about to turn away in frustration when you think you notice a strange musky odor about the man. Step closer and sniff. You lean and sniff at the man, unsure what you'll find. As you do, a musty odor fills your senses, an odor you recognize from your time in the mortuary. The smell of dead flesh preserved by magic. You're a zombie, aren't you? The creature continues to stare at you blankly, slowly, as if with great effort he begins to reply to you. Only your speak with dead power makes him understandable. Yes, I am Dimtree. Are you here? Dimtree slowly glances at the shopkeeper and makes a feeble gesture toward him. Seeing this as a sign of interest, the shopkeeper redoubles his efforts in telling whatever tale he's relating to the poor creature. Dimtree looks at you again. Harmies. He talks. Harmies never stops. Wanders town, annoys master, annoys everyone. Master create Dimtree, tells Dimtree talk Harmies. Hamries? Now Hamries stay in shop. Master happy. Town happy. Dimtree sad. Anything I do to help? The creature pauses, then resumes his slow speech with you. You can almost detect a pleading tone in his voice. Yes. Fine master. Sebastian. Ask him release me, please.
I have no friends.
Wow. Wow, Zet. That's mean. I'm sure Dimtree would have friends if he could. Please. He turns his attention to Hermes momentarily. Please. Why don't I just put you out of your misery? Dimtree barely shakes his head at you. No, Master revive. Master must ask Master Sebastian, please. He awaits your answer. Sure, Dimtree. I'll see what I can do for you.
Updated my journal.
You can almost sense a feeling of relief emanating from the zombie. Dimtree, thank you, friend. You're welcome. Farewell. Let me talk to the other guy. Ooh. So for those over in the Discord, I was posting those pictures about the weather, and it is now starting to rain in the office. You see a rugged-looking, square-jawed man. He turns to you with a wide smile. How are you, Cutter? Good day to you. Good day indeed. He squints at you for a second, then juts his hand out to shake yours. Shake his hand. Greetings. I'm at your service, member of the Harmonium and the fashioner of fine coffins for the recently departed. I think I know you, do I not? Let me see if I can place it. He pauses to think for a moment. Sharp with names, I was in the Harmonium, let me tell you. Knew everyone on the entire world. I have some questions. No, it's ask away. He gives you a broad smile. I had a skull and it's been stolen from me. Do you know anyone who would do such a thing? I hear your father died. Oh, I think I vaguely remember this. Yeah. Can you tell me? Yeah, because his dad used to make really good coffins, and this guy's kind of an idiot, right? What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? I heard your father died. Can you tell me what happened? Frowns at you. Well, he disappeared some time ago, so I can only assume that he is dead. Where did you hear this? I don't recall. Never mind, I have some other feelings. Remember, this guy bored a zombie to death. Yeah. I don't recall. You say he disappeared? He nods. Oh yes, many, many years ago. My father was a talented stonemason, and he did not only
That's what we've been waiting for!
It's what we wanted all along!
What? My father was a talented stonemason, and he did not only construct sarcophagi, but also quite skilled in tomb design. People from across Sigil, the room begins to fade around you as a memory tugs at your consciousness. Relax and try to remember.
Updated my journal.
500 XP. You find yourself standing in the very shop, talking with an older man while a child sits in the corner and plays. On the counter between you and the shopkeeper is a set of plans. He seems to be examining some intricacies with the construction of a tomb. Your vision fades as you try to examine the details of the plans. Continue. When your sight returns, you are standing in a cavern in front of a tomb. Above the entry, you see the slogan, "Engineered for Eternity," clearly carved in the stone. The shopkeeper is standing next to you, a broad smile on his face. He gestures to you and begin to walk into the tomb. You can quickly match his pace from behind and draw your blade. You find yourself back in Harmy's shop. He's looking at you with some concern. Are you well, sir? Tell me what happened to your father? He simply vanished one day, leaving most of his commissions unfinished. Most embarrassing. Took a long while to get out of debt caused by his disappearance, and to an extent, I am still settling various accounts. Still, I have a certain aptitude for the work, and he slides lightly and gets a faraway look in his eyes. Go on. He shrugs. Sorry, I was just thinking my father's disappearance was the reason I joined the Harmonium. I left it later on. At first, I had a burning desire to find out what happened to him. Later, I felt a certain obligation to continue his life's work. He sighs. I never found the answers I sought. It was quite the mystery as to what happened. His voice fades to silence. Did your father keep any of the plans from the tombs he built? Thinks for a moment. Yes, he did. After I came of age and inherited the business, I went through all of his records. They were quite extensive. Why do you ask? If I describe a tomb to you, could you tell me if it was your father's work? Frowns and thoughts and then shrugs. I can, but try. My Harmonium training has blessed me with a sharp memory. I should be able to recognize my father's work if you give me enough details. He looks at you expectantly. Describe the tomb from your memory. He thinks for some time. There is a little doubt that the tomb you describe as my father's work. The slogan you mentioned has been the family trademark for several generations. He pauses and gives you a strange look. This tomb, where is it located? Describe the location. Describe the location in detail, surprising yourself with the knowledge you have of the area. Hermes watches you with a concerned look. Odd. I don't recall anything in the family records that would even have permitted him to construct a tomb there. The Dustmen are very careful about building rights and real estate, especially beneath the streets of Sigil. And you recognize the location? He nods enthusiastically. Oh yeah, sounds like the drowned nation's catacombs to me. He pauses. I've never been there myself, but I've heard the area described many times in my years in the Harmonium. I need to know if your father kept the plans for the tomb? Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods handles my business documents as well. Anyway, they're having internal problems of some sort, new management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late, and I doubt I could retrieve any paperwork from them either. He frowns. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks, and then he looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me? The warehouse? Yes, the warehouse is having some internal problems of some sort, whatever that means. I can't get any stock from them until the matter is cleared up. He frowns. The Harmonium would never let things... Okay, yes, I guess I have no choice. Why did I have to say the warehouse and then he just full-on repeated himself? I guess I don't have a choice. If I want the plans, I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
He smiles broadly. Excellent. If you deal with the issue satisfactorily, you may have your plans for free. He gets a lecture look on his face again. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the difficulty involved in creating those plans. No thanks. I'll just start it on this right away. That's interesting. So the implication is we killed his dad after he built our tomb for us? They're probably just avoiding him. I mean, the flashback we read sounds like we killed his dad after he built the tomb for us. For some reason. Ooh, silver bracelet. And I could just have that, I guess. No one cares. Just some money. One of the finest coffins I've ever put together. A dim tree and some bandages. It's not clear if this tombstone or a headband. Or a headboard. Coffin is currently under construction on the table. The board contains various tools used in the art of coffin making. These shelves hold many bottles and vials. Most are filled with unidentifiable liquids and powders. Okay.
I'm gone.
That happened. So now we have to find a warehouse and see what the problem is. Are you the problem? What's your deal? Guilt spur? You see a florid, boisterous man. He's shouting and carrying on like there's a war that's about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines. Like he's too excited about something to talk to in a normal tone of voice. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him. You, sir, you there. You look like you could use something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but give me time.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
That's fair. And I'll get it figured out on the spot. You need rooms? I've got rooms. You need supplies? I've got supplies. What are you selling? Oh, he's just selling random stuff. Okay. A hammer of quality, you say? THACO +1, 2 to 5. This is finally crafted warhammer. God's man etching and symbology to create the weapon and further way down the shaft. Despite its heavy appearance, it feels lighter than it looks. I don't know if we have one of these, but I know we saw one of these someplace. Oh, there's more cheese. Oh my god, is there like a side quest to go and... Oh, he'll also pay 40 for this. Oh, we can also rent a room from him. Interesting. $300 for this magical bone dagger. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay, we're just gonna sell this stuff. We're just gonna get rid of it. Scroll of Luck. Cast Luck. Fortune, Chance, Kismet, whatever its name. For duration. The spell grants 2 to 8 points bonus to the target's luck for 5 seconds per level of caster. The bonus increases the chance for success in various efforts, such as attacking, thieves skills, saving throws, and the like. Okay. One's charm, one's beauty, and one's charisma is oftentimes gaining the trust of strangers and creating new friends. When cast, the creator temporarily gains 2 to 8 points of charisma, which could be helpful in making new friends or opening new paths. Interesting. Stinger Earring. +2 to armor class, +2 armor versus piercing attacks. This earring has been made from the hardened shell of a segmented larva-like creature. Its shell has been treated with some sort of glazed finish that makes it look disturbingly alive. The wire that hooks to the ear looks like it is part of the larva itself, perhaps its stinger or antenna. To activate the earring's power, the wearer must prick his thumb.
Well, now, it's not ugly. It's just, it's unique.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a unique-looking live bug earring thing. Ice from on Elk, welcome. To activate the earring's power, the wearer must prick his thumb with a stinger, allowing it to bond with its new owner. When awakened, the earring helps protect the wearer from attacks, giving the wearer's skin the same strength and durability as the larva's shell. Nice. Okay, that's $1,500? You psycho. Smiting, so only a semi here will enjoy your smiting. $1,500. $1,500. Steal it. Steal it right out. I'll steal it right off your head. $1,500 for your stupid magical earring. And I can only wear one earring, which in and of itself is silly. Oh, you have no magical rings of any nature, and you can't wear earrings because reasons. He has 2 full-sized elf-like ears, and he can't wear a single earring, apparently. Sure. Whatever you say. Okay, so currently I only need... Okay, currently I need 3 AC rings. Basically. Because I need 2 for her, and I need 1 for him. She's already got good earrings. I need an earring, and I technically replace one of my eyeballs, but again, I don't think I want to do that. Okay, so you need this. And we'll just split it. Those are morts. Here I thought we were going to need the ches. Here I thought we were going to need the ches. But no ches was made. You're putting... Dude, calm down. Finally got... Welcome, Samus87. Finally got hands? Clapping?
All right.
Gloves? Did you finally get gloves? Brian Pickett. You see a well-dressed, middle-aged man. He seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick once-over. Got you. Well, I got you. Okay, so you got me gloves? Smiles at you and gives a barely perceptible nod. I am Brian Pickett. Money lender. May I help you? Money lender? No signal. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, there's like a big internet outage thing going on right now. So a bunch of websites aren't working, and it's kind of a mess. But welcome to MS87. I hope you're having a good day otherwise. He nods again. Yes, I cater the needs of merchants. Want to start a business, keep one afloat that's down on its luck, or perhaps expand a business? Either case, you can come to me for the funds. He looks at you up and down. I doubt that you are a merchant, sir, so what can I do for you? I'm a merchant. He smiles and looks away for a moment. A merchant of death, maybe, but not the kind I do business with. He frowns. If you insist on monopolizing my time, please end to the point of the visit. Tell me about your business? Rounds shakes his head. No, I see no reason to. He looks you up and down. You're obviously not someone I conduct business with. I think you should leave. Okay. Whatever you say, bud.
Done.
Don't worry, I definitely won't hit you with this hammer for being an absolute jerk. Oh look, there's some of those bandages I was kind of getting low on. Excuse me, gents, I just gotta get whatever's in this trash can out. Kinda, huh? Kinda. Hail like heck? Yeah, it is. The rain, the weather has been quite extreme today. What's your deal? This woman has a yellow caster skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow Dakon's movements. Before you reach her, Dakon breaks in. I would have you hear me? What is it, Dakon? It is my will that we not speak to this woman. Why not? She is a Zerth. Our wills are crossed blades. We have no common ground. Then do not speak to her. As you approach, she ignores you entirely. Dakon gives her a slight bow, which she ignores entirely. She looses a string of harsh words at Dakon and replies in a level tone. It only seems to infuriate her. What did she say? He need not translate for you, I will tell you. You are a human wearing a shirt of scars and blood, unfit to hear the words of Zetherman. You walk in the shadow of a pariah, yet he has persuaded me to allow you to hear me speak. I would know your will. Is that a few questions? Akalai drowning. Ask and you shall be answered. What do you mean you said that was in the shadow of a pariah? You walk with a pariah and you know not his history? He is quick to speak other words, but of his history he remained silent. Ask him of Shar Katalar, or of the fall of the mighty fortress to the Yankee, and see what his divided mind reveals to you. Ask how he speaks with Zisserman's words, but his Karash is as mist. It is not Zitherman's word that lack conviction. Is there echoes that have been distorted? There's no doubt in how Zitherman mind is spoken. Generations of Zerth are as Rakama's jewel as one mind of this matter. Your stance carries with it a divided mind. The doubt is yours, an echo cast from your own faithlessness. Your words speak not the mind of Zitherman. They are shaped of angles and hate, as if molded from Gith's mind itself. You shall lie with the dead of Shraka in shifting chaos, for you see all with Villar's eye. Your mind is divided. Your Kraka wheat. Okay, stand in the way of the blade. Hold on. As if sensing your intent, Dakon speaks to you without breaking the gaze he holds not. Hold fast and do not stand in the way of our blades. Okay. He's kind of injured. He might die. Let it go. Reluctantly lowers his blade. Kana stares at him incredulously for a moment, and then sharp grin splits her features. The truth at last. Your mind is not divided. You are a slave to this human. Speak with an anarch's authority to you, and you listen. Your mind is cast in Glismoln, Kainaya. Go. Lost your way, Dakon. Know that I hope you find your path. I pity you. Farewell. Let's go, Dakon. That was something. Can I fight her
I'm gone.
in his stead as like a respect thing? I would like to fight her in your stead. I don't think there's a romantic element to it. I think they're from two very different religions of the same god. And they're having a disagreement on how to worship that god. I think Dakan... Oh, there we go. That is a lot of skulls. I just realized this is all skulls. Shelf of skulls. Thank the powers you're here, Chief. Get me out of here. What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. What is it there with all those other skulls? Why don't you just float down? I can't. I've tried. Come on, get me down. End dialogue. Whoa! We got a wizard! A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh no. Mort whispers furiously to you. Do not offend this blood. Do not offend this blood, boss. He's a dead book, you faster than you can spit. The old man ignores Mort. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Loth's humble saloon without invitation? My pardon, sir. Is it something that belongs to me? Yes, what that might be. A skull that belongs to me is on your shelf. My friend Mort wound up on your shelf? You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back. Author replies, I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. Where can I find a greater skull? Move aside the divine in the center of the room and pass through the portal on the eastern wall in the chambers below to the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of the great value lies within the interred crypts of the dustmen, beyond the drowned nations. Bring that skull to me, and as my were-rat minions have failed to do, and I will see that your friend is returned to you. Or perhaps I shall even answer some questions for you. Show more. What assurance do I have that you will keep your word? I've been to the tomb you speak of. It's
updated
empty.
My journal.
30,000 XP for that? Wow. What is the meaning of this? This tomb was so well trapped, so well defended from scrying magics, that it was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this. Draws out his words angrily and slowly. You will provide it to me. Go through the portal and chambers below and seek the answer. I have no answer. How could I know? I believe it was a trap. It was my own tomb. Your tomb? Your tomb? He eyes you carefully. We shall investigate this more carefully. Fetch me another skull, then, as you seemed attached to yours, and we'll see what answers I can provide. Our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any bone, either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return when you have something of value to me. All right, farewell.
Updated my journal.
Some new tricks?
All right.
Wow. Got some levels there. Unfortunately, Mort missed out on all that XP, which sucks, but... Okay. Level up. You get a point. Your wisdom is of heroic proportions. Always good to be a little bit wiser. Can I? Oh, I can't go back. Okay. Okay. Well, that happened. Uh-huh. The canner is locked. Ah, okay, that's what he's talking about. So wait, what's this then? Oh, Bones of the Night. Do you have unlocking capability?
Might as well.
I think I locked that successful. There's nothing in there. Unlock this one then.
Got it.
There's nothing in that one either. Gosh darn it. What was the point of me going into this stuff?
I'm gone.
Also, I think I moved most of the bones, right? Bones of the Night. Oh, these are the were-rats of his? Oh, there's a bunch of were-rats down here. The were-rat hisses at you, but stays its hand from obvious desire to attack. Instead, it slinks backward, keeping an eye on you. Very well, then. Okay. So he's trying to get into my tomb, which we've already been into now. And he wants some kind of uber-important skull from it. So, I think I took everything out of that tomb that I got while we were in there. So, I guess I would have to figure out a way to go back to our house in the slums or whatever. See, a half-man, half-rat hybrid. Its red eyes gleam with a certain cunning. The voice that issues from its mouth is oily and insinuating. So, a biped comes slinking into the nest of Luthar's servants. What do you want, man, and where do you intend to go? Step lightly, intruder, and speak the truth to Mantuuk. Oh, Deathbringer, welcome. How you doing? Who are you? I'm Mantuuk. I am the voice of many as one and the emissary of Lothar, master of the bones. I speak here and you answer. What do you want? What do you want here? As many of ones. This place flat flesh, I'm the questions. I do not answer them. What do you want? Just looking around. It's unacceptable. There's purpose in your kin's nest. Then I'll leave. Yes, you will. Return not or you shall suffer. Farewell. Hey, hi. Retrieve the particular skull the master. So you now know what I'm here for, suddenly? Alright. Would you like some cheese, Manatok? He snatches the cheese from your hand and devours it in a single bite. About that skull, human, do you have it? Not yet. Then fetch it, biped, and do not return until you have it. To keep the master waiting. And keep him waiting much longer. Okay. Where exactly am I headed? That looks like a dead end, so I guess over here. But how you doing, Deathbringer? You having a good day? How's your internet working? Locally, America's having a little bit of a weird internet day. There's a bunch of outages, and it's really annoying. Dakan, what's... You know what? It doesn't matter. Oh, there's the portal. Nothing in there. So where exactly is this going to take us? Oh. It takes us to here. Wait, is this the entrance? No, no, this isn't the entrance. This is... Wait, where's this? I don't remember where this takes us. Oh, it's this. Oh, yeah. I did go down there and there was a body or something. And I even said out loud, the only thing down here is like a skull? I remember this now, yeah. Get wrecked, bat monsters. You no longer frighten me.
Things true.
Get him. Nice work, everybody. Good work. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think I left all the bone stuff over here. Unless, does he want that guy's head? Sogi or whatever? Oh, the were-rat. Okay, he must want this skull? Yeah, that's the only one that's special. We're like, I guess that's why they gave us the XP. So I wasn't even supposed to necessarily come this far in here yet without Anna. So we're way ahead of stuff by fighting our way in here then. Okay. Well, that gives me some idea of what's going on, I guess. Yeah, so we're way ahead of things. We weren't supposed to necessarily go to our tomb yet and all that stuff. Okay, great. Alright, bud. Is this the thing you're looking for? I have the skull of the were-rat. I have the skull of Shago, the were-rat dustman missionary. I have the skull. Holds up the skull and examines it carefully. Bah, this is worth nothing. It can tell me nothing. I require a skull of value. If I'm going to waste my time with you, be gone. Fine, fine. Okay, what about this one? 15,000 XP. Lord takes the head of Shigo from you and examines it carefully, checking the teeth. A dustman missionary and a spy. This will be satisfactory. His fingers twist through an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground where you came in. Have your answers from me. I have questions. Keep a quick scarred one. I cannot tarry all day. Why am I immortal?
Updated my journal.
Your mortality, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means by the night hag Razzle Puzzlewell. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find your answers. Tell me about this Ravel. Just Coffee, thanks. You start early today? Yeah, I got rained out at work, Just Coffee. Welcome, by the way. So I started early. It's been interesting so far. Tell me about this Ravel. Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma, even among the night hags. Some call her barmy, others say she plays a deeper module than any can see through. She is evil through and through, making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She is out of the reach of men now, thanks to the powers. Thank the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Mazed? How do I find her? Aw, shame. Loving this rain. Yeah, it's been a really nice day weather-wise. Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between places. To reach one, you find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door or the key are. Perhaps you should seek out some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did Ravel do?
Updated my journal.
She was a maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She died at that sigil, or whatever, the cage, which the largest puzzle box of all, and set herself to undo it. To let in the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, to upset the balance of the city and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear with thanks she did not succeed. I will find her then and force her to return my mortality. Farewell.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
You leveled up again? What? Why do you keep leveling up? Why do you keep leveling up? I have no idea if this is worth it, like at all. Sure. And stealth. Okay. We're gonna be able to pick all the locks with you, ma'am. Alright, let's go grab Mort. Mort, where are you? I need to put stuff back in your inventory, which doesn't make any amount of sense.
What's up?
How'd it go?
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
And what's tattooed on my back again? Tell me a little bit of Sangle, Mort. I don't expect you tagging along. Chatter, Mort, why didn't you tell me about the extra lines of my need some advice. What do you think we should do next? You know about the Night Hag Ravel. Well, she's a Night Hag, and she was definitely barmy enough to make you immortal, of all people. I mean, she could have chosen me. Mort rolls his eyes. Still, anyone addled enough to lock blades with the Lady of Pain isn't someone we really wanted to find. Let's see, I have another question. How did you die, Mort? No, I did, Chief. I kind of forgot when I died. I can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died, even if life is a floating skull. I mean, it could have been worse. What happened to your body? I don't know, alright. It's just gone. Mort glares at you. Don't think I miss it, because I'm happy just the way I am, and I don't need your half-wit judgment or snide remarks at all, right? Whatever, let's go. Come on. Shake a leg. See, I'm not convinced you aren't some sort of walking curse that's destined to follow me around. Who's talking? Let's go. Okay, so we got Mort back, which is fine. You can have that back, you can have that back, you can have both of those back, you can have this back. He didn't actually take our cheese, which I find kind of funny. She can't use that item. You can have those back, and you can have that back. Put those over there. No, again, I have no idea what the pouch is for, but we have a pouch. Does it, like, expand our inventory or something? Oh, yeah, I gotta give him his teeth back. Yeah, here. Here, have your magical teeth back. I'll probably carry this stuff. Keep the junk that we need to open that one door as a port key. The left arm. Oh, yeah, that's right. We still have that arm we gotta go and give to... oh, his head's gone. I forgot. Let me keep that down there now. Oh, here. Dakan, how messed up are you? Cloud Charm. Okay. Alright. Oh, yeah. Actually, hold on. Can you... Okay, you can't literally wear any kind of armor or anything. You're literally just a mouth. Okay. Huh. Alright, so we've been warned that if we go into the bar, people might know us there. And that could be bad. Oh, this is the marketplace. Okay.
I'm gone.
Male shopper, female. Oh my god, do you sell armor? See an older man with long white hair and weathered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Greetings. As well as Cutter, how may I serve you? He raises his eyebrow as he waits your answer. What do you have for sale? Ooh, okay, Magnus Shield. There's a variant of the Magnus Guard, and essentially use the same spell and glyphs as a procedure. The Magnus Shield is better able to focus entry on the enchantment placed upon it. Only usable by mages. Okay, that's Mage's Guard. Armor class 6. Symbol climbing a sigil. Okay, we already have one of those. Spider Bracelet. Plus 25% resistance to all normal attacks. Plus 10 to base hit points. -1 to intelligence, -1 to wisdom. Only wearable by thieves. In actuality, this is a living spider, not jewelry. When attached to one's wrist, the spider will sink its fangs into the user's flesh and feed from the host, providing both beneficial and detrimental effects. That's messed up. Serpent Ring. Resistance to magic and save versus spells. Spirit is a baby servant of some sort that has been frozen into the shape of a ring. Its eyes glitter and swirl like
we don't make
jewels
mistakes.
appear to move again.
We have happy accidents.
What? I mean, it's not a mistake, but it is definitely a thing that shouldn't have happened. Don't lick the spiders, Deathbringer. That's a good way to get your tongue bit. And not in a fun way. In a non-fun way. Pain Mirror. When used, this area has to feel the same pain or hurt that has inflicted upon the user. There's nothing can be used. Okay. Rod. Oh, this is the magical missile chicken foot. Displacer ring. Oh, another +2 armor thing. Okay, from the blood of a displacer beast, this ring is able to partially redirect the force of any ordinary weapon. This result is making the user harder to hit, and when the hit takes less damage than normal. Okay. It doesn't say anything about less damage than normal, but it is a +2 to AC. And then another ring. Oh, this is only +1. Oh. We're not rich. Not even close. Okay, you don't want everything. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Spiders? Oh, you like spiders? Don't lick spiders, though. You can like spiders, just don't lick spiders. There's a difference. Drixel looks like a guard. Okay. So that guy sells magical items. What does this guy sell? What are we doing here? Just go and talk to the guy. Older stern-looking man. His face is a mixture of wrinkles and frown lines. Gives you a quick, stiff bow. Aye, greetings to you as well. Ozza is my name. What should be needed? I have some questions. Toothless grin. I reckon I got the time to give you the chant. What you be needing to know? What's that furnace used for? I need to buy some weapons? You probably don't have anything that's better than what I'm carrying, but let's check just in case. That's a very odd looking magic punch dagger. Club of Piercing. Siphon Knuckles. Ooh, okay. Special transfer hit points from target to wielder THACO +2. Efficiency Fist, not usable by mages. This Knuckles have been a large metal spikes added to the pierce armor as well as flesh. By less savory inhabitants of a sigil, these Knuckles have the ability to drain the life force of an opponent and at the same time able to rejuvenate the wielder. That is too much licking. Stop it. There's no reason to lick spiders. Leave them alone. I don't think they're into it. This weapon's a pair of jagged... the blades have jagged outline and allow to dish out additional piercing damage when the wearer spikes an opponent. Additional blades have to increase the damage incurred. I mean, we've already got one pair of... You want the hammer for $1. We already have one... okay, 240 for this also. And only $1 for the battle axe? Lame. How can a battle axe and a pry bar be worth the same amount when one's a fully crafted, capable weapon and the other one is a basic, used tool? That is weird to me. Yeah, you already have magical punch dagger, yes? Yeah, punch dagger is a Murin or whatever. Oh yeah, you have worker? No. Secret wares. Wait, didn't you have magical items? Hold on. Let's see, magical items. Talk to Alec next door. He may be what you need. He gestures to the cat. Oh, okay. So you don't sell. Gotcha. They definitely are. They are not. I don't. In what way do you think spiders would be into having them be licked so much? I can't imagine that being a thing. If anything, they would be scared of mouths. They don't really have traditional mouths, and they get eaten by like frogs and stuff. You see a large, blustery merchant. He looks like he looks to be totally hairless, and his pale yellow skin is scarred as if from burns. He looks at you intensely as you approach. Greetings. He smiles at you. Greetings, I'm Cinder. I heard about you. You be the scarred, clueless fella that be going around the wards asking questions. What can I be helping you with? So wait, we have a reputation as the weirdo who's wandering around asking people questions. Interesting. I have some questions. I'd be pleased to answer your question. He narrows his eyes and gives you a sly smile. About the shop and the wares you see here, that is. I'm not no tout. I'm not. Buy some weapons. Okay, some other questions. Magical items. Okay, other questions. Shouldn't spells. And I can help you. Let me show you my wares. All right. Wow. Okay. Ooh, chromatic orb, classic. Though I think we might have one of those already. That is a lot of spells. Inherent touch, confusion, force missiles. Scroll of remove curse. Frogs have tongues. Yeah, and they use them to eat the spiders. That's even more evidence that spiders wouldn't like tongues. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think spiders have a history of wanting to be around tongues. It's not their natural situation. Corvus, how's it going? Good to see you again. Do I know you? Maybe. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. How would I know?
All right.
Oh, a lower ward thug. Wait, Andazai? Are you the one who talked to about like the water jug? I see a sickly Cathari woman. She is hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that is practically soaking with blood, tissue, and phlegm to her face. She spies you and hisses. Greetings. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakan. Dakan glances at you and says she cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying. What she's dying of. Her name is Anazi. She says she used to work in a meat curing house here until a half month ago when the illness became too much for her to bear. She was abandoned, evicted from her home, and left for dead. Speech pains her, and her illness has crippled much of her mind. She says there is nothing she can give you of value. And know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery. That is all. As a Zerth of the people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Do it then, but make it painful. Alright, then be merciful to Khan. Khan draws his blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zithramon. Wait. She touches the unbroken circle of Zithramon he wears for a moment. Her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when she has completed the stroke... when he has completed the stroke, she lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Streets. Well struck, Khan. Let's go.
Updated my journal.
Oh, we got 4,000 experience for taking that old lady out. Odd. No, this is false. Wait, what's false? And we got a bronze ring. Okay, great. We did it, everyone. We put an old lady out of her misery in the middle of the street. This module just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Okay, Godsman's Guard probably is a church. Ooh, that's a bunch of bandages. Nice. Some money. It's enough money to buy a block of chiz. Officer, male slave, Trist? What's your deal, Trist? You selling all these slaves? See a young woman who's trying to get your attention. She's wearing shoddy clothes, but her demeanor is one of elegance. Unlike that of the people who surround her. Upon closer inspection, you notice that her skin is clean and smooth, lacking the yellow tint of the inhabitants of this ward. She notices your approach and smiles at you. Greetings. I think the powers that you notice me. I'm in need of the services of a mercenary. She pauses and examines you more carefully. If appearances are any indication, you would seem to be such an individual. What exactly is it that you want of me? She nods to you. The heart of the matter is that I am to be sold into slavery for a crime I did not commit. I am in need of a champion, someone who will help me prove my innocence and free me from this fate. She pauses and looks at you expectantly. Tell me exactly what's going on. She thinks for a moment. This is long in telling, Cutter. Please bear with me. Go on. She sighs as she begins her tale. My husband died recently and left me his business. I'm not business-oriented, so I decided to sell. Not long afterward, I was contacted by a lender saying a loan on the business had not been paid. She pauses to gather her thoughts. Go on. I examined all the documents my husband kept and found that there had indeed been a loan taken, but it had just recently been paid in full. I explained this to the lender, and a few days later, he asked for a copy of the document. It was nowhere to be found. She looks concerned and pauses to think. Go on. Well, when I could not prove that the loan was paid, the lender took me before the court. My monies were taken and applied to the balance owed. Since it did not pay off the loan, I am to be sold on the block to try and recover the remaining amount due. She gave you a forlorn look. I don't understand. Why sell you into slavery? Shrugs. It serves my many purposes. First, it keeps the prisons relatively clear of all but the vilest of criminals. Second, the sale of the convicted is used to pay for any damages, costs, and fees involved in the case. Finally, the convicted still serves a sentence from which they are eventually released, supposedly as better citizens. This is all fascinating, but I don't see how I can help you. I need someone to find the missing document, the one that proves the loan was paid. Or if you could purchase my contract, I could pay you back. She gives you a pleading look. I can't spend the next 5 years of my life in this ward, Cutter. It will kill me. Surely you've noticed the illness shared by all who live here. No, what illness are you talking about? She gestured at the people around here. Look at them, Cutter. Notice the yellow skin, the persistent cough. Now look above you at the billowing clouds of smoke that pass for air here. She points over her head. It kills you unless you can afford a healer. As a slave, I doubt I'll be able to afford one. So that's why everyone has yellow skin. She nods her head. Yes, Cutter, please. Can you find it in your heart to help me? She looks at you nervously. Please? Truth. You've been found guilty in a court of law and only the law can help you. Yes, I'll help you. I have some questions, though. What's in it for me if I help you? She stares at you blankly for some time, then a look of concern crosses her face. I have nothing to give you, Cutter. I've lost everything. She appears desperate now. Please, don't leave me to this fate. Yes, I'll help you. I'll have some questions.
Updated my journal.
Nods her head eagerly. Ask anything, Cutter. What's the lender's name? I know his name well, Cutter. After all I have been through, I will not likely forget it. Oh, yep, there's his. She gets a faraway look and then shudders for a moment. Brian Pinkett is his name. She pauses for a moment, and his associates may be someone named Lenny? Lenny is his associate? Who is this Lenny? She thinks for a moment. There was a small, feral-looking man who came to court a few times. He would sit behind Pickett and whisper to him occasionally. She pauses and looks lost in thought. Go on. She frowns. I remember him because he always seemed to be uncomfortable in his clothes. He would pick at them as if they were new. as if he were not used to wearing them. She pauses again. On one such occasion, Pickett told him to sit still and stop fidgeting. He called him Lenny. Where can I find Lenny? Thinks for a moment and then shrugs. I'm not sure, actually. My husband told me that some ruffians could be found southwest of the market, near the siege tower, I believe. Okay, where can I find Byron? I think he can be found around the corner open market. Forgive me, but I'm not certain. Other questions? Who do I talk to about your contract? That would be Duran, the auctioneer. He's usually over there on the block. She points to the front of the platform. Okay, other questions? Misplaced the loan document? Could you have misplaced it? Shakes her head. No, Cutter, I'm a very meticulous person. I kept the documents in a lockbox in my husband's study and never left the room. Some more questions. Do you think it could have been stolen? I don't know. Why would anyone steal that, yet leave other valuables be? It makes little sense to me. Well, maybe the lender stole the document so they'd pay for the loan twice. Looks at you in shock. That is a terrible thought. She hesitates and then begins to tap her chin with a finger, she thinks. But also a most ingenious one, Cutter. This Byron Pickett does strike me as a knight of the post. A what? He gives you a quizzical look. A thief or a cheat, Cutter, such as called knights of the post or the cross trade. Okay. Stolen. Have you explained any of this to those courts you spoke of? She nods her head. Oh, yes, Cutter. I've explained my situation to many. You were the first to be willing to help me. Well, okay. Okay, farewell. Okay, well, we know where Lenny's at. This appears to be a siege tower. The walls are scarred and pitted. It seems many battles in its lifetime. These barrels are probably here to catch rainwater. The only thing in them is dust. Okay, add in this. God. Its lowered position, the drawbridge would give attackers access to the siege tower, to the walls of the city, or the key. Whether this device is unknown, it appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. These barrels are probably here to catch rainwater. It's beginning to show signs of age. Oh, a poor quality stiletto inside. Odd, but okay. Oh, I can actually go back here? Really? Yeah, there's our boy Lenny right there. I have some questions. He laughs at you. I ain't no tout. I've told you Brian Pickett sent me. He stops smiling and examines your file. His eyes linger on your scars and he swallows slightly. After a moment, a frown settles on his face and he appears to be nervous. Pickett sent you? Why? If you can answer some questions. Rounds what questions? He knows you look rather tense. Papers you stole from Trist. I'm not interested in learning the thieves' art. Can you teach me? I want to ask you about the papers you stole from Trist. He swallows hard and stares at you. He notices his muscles tense and he looks like he's ready to run. He puts one hand on his hip in a nonchalant manner, but you can tell he's wound tight as a spring. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. Let's be off. Smiled wickedly. You know what I'm talking about, Lenny. Brian had you steal some papers for Trist. I'm here to collect them. Truth. Give me the papers you stole from Trist or I'll kill you. Bluff. Trist or I'll kill you. I've had enough of this. Give me the papers you stole from Trist or I'll kill you. Smiled wickedly. He swallows hard and the corner of one eye starts to twitch. Glances the scars that cover your body, then tries to meet your gaze, but cannot. Collect them. I destroyed the papers after I nicked them, just like Brian told me to. Really? Then why are you so nervous, Lenny? Let me guess. Brian thinks you destroyed the papers, but maybe you didn't. Maybe you kept them. A little blackmail material, perhaps? 1,000 points. Really? Then he stares at you for just a moment, then suddenly turns to run away. Grab him before he gets away. Just as he starts to run, you leap forward to grab him. He deftly steps out of your reach and begins to sidestep you. Seeing your quarry about to escape, you make another more desperate lunge at him. You fail to grab him, but you do manage to bump into him hard, knocking him off balance. Your efforts foil his escape. All right, I didn't destroy them. I'll give them to you. Just let me go. I assume blackmail. He snorts and gives you a defiant look. I kept him so I could turn stag on at your boss, Pickett, and keep Trist off the block. Shakes his head. Blackmail my butt. Turn stag on him. He looks at you with some pride. I may be a thief, but I do have some standards. I won't kill some poor sod, and I won't do what Pickett did to Trist and her husband. He shakes his head. Looks away. I told your boss that what he was doing was wrong, and he laughed at me. By the way, Pickett,
Are you winning, son?
welcome back, Ika. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're making progress. Turns out that a bunch of the stuff I did was I wasn't expected to do yet. So I'm like 3 steps ahead in like, I think the main story. Took my shower too. Well, I hope you feel better. By the way, Pickett is not my boss. He stares at you dismally if you're serious. I thought you said he watches you closely for a moment, then he laughs. He gave me the peel so I'd spill the chant to you. He shakes his head and looks at you with respect. Good job, Cutter. With those papers, Lenny. He shakes his head sadly. We can't. They're in the warehouse and they're not open for business right now. Rumor has it there's some sort of management change going on, but I don't know if that's true. In any case, I can't get the papers. He looks at you sheepishly. That's why I haven't helped Triss myself, Cutter. I can't get the sodding papers. Alright. I'll look into this and get the papers myself then. Smiles at you. Go to the warehouse and tell the clerk I'm here for a loan and he'll give you Triss papers. You tell them I gave Pickett the... If you tell him I gave Pickett the laugh, he'll give you a bonus. What bonus? He laughs. Evidence, Cutter. It'll take Pickett off the streets for a long, long time if you give it to the right person. He thinks for a moment. If there's someone in the Harmonia you think you can trust, give it to them. All right.
Updated my journal.
Interesting. What is Mort doing way over there? Okay, what's our inventory looking like right now? I have this extra skull. And our inventory is pretty light right now. All of that. We have that. You're low on bandages. Have some bandages. Mort, you can hold on to the skull just because I think it's funny. Oh, the character's too far away. What? It's fine. Get over here, Mort. Stop it. Also, my nose needs to stop being itchy. Alright, so we gotta go find the warehouse. I assume it's over here then? Wait, player's maze. Oh, do I just get to, like, go places now? Oh, okay. Cool. I have a more open city to explore, but I also need to find the warehouse. That's the shopping district. Oh, it's Sebastian. What did I need to do with him? Hi, I need to talk to you. He's an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I'm Sebastian. How may I serve you? Greetings. He's well, Cutter. He steps in mid-sentence as he notices your scars. You see his eyes travel along them and his eyebrows arch in surprise. He turns his gaze to you. I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there is no need. I think I see why you came to see me, Cutter. Hold on. What, are you trying to say you can help me with these scars? I have some questions. He smiles broadens as he gives you a slight bow. Ask away, Cutter. Who are you? Sebastian, mage of sorts. I do contract work for those who can meet my price. What kind of work? He gives you a slight smile and then shrugs his shoulders. Confidential work, Cutter. I'm known for my discretion in getting deeds done. People come to me with questions. If I can perform them, I do so. If I cannot, I don't. In either case, I keep silent. You hesitated on the word mage. I said, yes, I'm not a mage, Cutter, but I can perform the art in my own way. I have forsaken the normal studies of magic and followed my own path. He pauses and shrugs his shoulders. It is easier to call me a mage than argue the point. What work do you do? Slightest smile, then shrugs his shoulders. Okay. More questions. What's this place? He gives you a quizzical look. Do you mean this market or the ward of Sigil? This ward. It's a lower ward, Cutter. Home of the common people and the industrial side of Sigil. It's not the slums of the Hive, yet it holds no splendor such as the ladies' ward. It's called the lower ward. Let's out of sight laugh and shrugs his shoulders. That depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich says it's because this is the home of the common or lower classes. As those who live here, it's because of the portals and the incident. The incident? Yes, he frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People new to the city were placed here and not allowed to access all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Son Burke took offense to that, decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. You see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open onto the lower planes. Well, that Barmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is known as the Lower Ward, because of the portals. Sebastian, how did this person open all the gates? He used an item that he either had commissioned or made himself. What was it called? He pauses to think for a moment. I remember. The shadow scrolled key. At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy, and the world around you freezes. Everything turns gray. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness. Oh my god! Tell me we tried to burn the city down! Yes! Yes! Tell me we tried to... Yes! Relax and let it come. 500 XP. The world around you fades and you find yourself in the darkened...
We did it, Patrick! We saved the city!
Yes, we did, SpongeBob. We burned it to the ground. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in ragged gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley, finally slowing your flight. You feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall and try to catch your breath. You become aware of something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist to stare at the gem imbued in the flesh. Your body sags toward the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You turn to look toward the alley mouth. At first you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You're about to turn away when a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides around the corner, pauses, and then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist toward her full bosom, and then her blade-enshrouded face. Even in the darkness, you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades and your normal vision returns. You are standing before Sebastian in the market. He's looking at you with some concern, but this passes when he sees that you are all right. Thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter. What became of this shadow-scrolled key? Shrugs his shoulders. No one knows. The key has been lost for some time now. Many believe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it ever being used again. So what was the outcome of this rebellion? He thinks for a moment. Well, everyone except the leader, who was given pages in the dead book. The leader and the creatures just up and vanished one day, surely the lady's work. The survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower plains had polluted the air, you see. Of the ward. Anyway, the ward remained deserted until Foundry was eventually built. What can you tell me about Foundry? Frowns. It is the home of the Godsman Cutter. If you have any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the Foundry to ask them. I see. Has some other questions. Has some impression that you can help me with my scars? Smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. Runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally looks up at you. Yes, Cutter. I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. And your price? Ah, yes, the price. He begins stroking his chin and stares at you. You get the impression you're being weighed somehow. You seem to come to some sort of decision. I have a job that I think you could perform. Go on. I have signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess, you want me to solve this problem for you? He sighs. Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I am at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abajaji named Grosek Cutter. Pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but one I think you can handle. Also, the reward I offer you is great. Just at your scars. What are you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I'm magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. Creatures, okay, I see. An interesting proposal. So hopefully, will you do it, Cutter? Yes, give me the details.
Updated my journal.
Smiles at you and gives you a sigh of relief. Thank you, Cutter. The creature is a Abjadi named Grusuk. You will need a magical weapon to cause it any harm, so check with some of the shops if you do not own one. A spellcaster can harm it as well. Rusak can be found to the east beyond the siege tower. Siege tower? Yes. Over beyond the market. Darn thing just appeared one day, several years back. No one knows why, and no one seems to be able to get inside to find out. Fine, farewell. Oh, wait, I wanted to talk to him about the zombie. Actually, about Dimtree. He stares at you for a moment and sighs. What about Dimtree, Cutter? He wants to be released from his curse. Just wanted to compliment you on a job well done. He beams at you. Why, thank you, Cutter. It's always nice to find someone who can appreciate the humor of such a situation. Tell me, why did you do it in the first place? Oh, he laughs, shakes his head, and then tries to adopt a more serious composure. Hermes loves the sound of his own voice, Cutter. It would wander the market for hours, bending people's ear in his endless prattle. Businesses were failing. Dimtree provided him a willing companion to listen to his many tales, and more importantly, keep him in his shop. So I have some questions. I'll talk to you about Dimtree. He wants to be released from his curse. He gives you a surprised look and then waves you off. I find that hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. He frowns for a moment. Did that idiot Hermes put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hermes doesn't know Dimtree is a zombie, let alone who created him, right? Sighs and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hermes could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So, will you release him? He looks at you for a moment with conflicting emotion crossing his face. He sighs, throws his arms in the expiration. I cannot. Sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled a contract by creating Dimtree. I cannot break it, right or wrong. I am a man of my word, and my reputation demands it. Truth, I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could you release him and... Could I release him instead? I really don't give a rat's butt about contracts. Why you did wrong and need to be freed. Who contracted you? Maybe I can get them to agree to a release? Smiles at you. I am magically bound not to reveal such information, Cutter. That is why people come to me. Which should be conducted. Could I release him instead? That would be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book, which he sets down in front of you. First, you would have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Go on. Last, you have to touch Dimtree just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. Turns his back on you and rummages through another box. I cannot allow you to read that book. However, it'd be a tantamount to my breaking my word through actions of another. And he's poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book and leave.
Updated my journal.
Wow. Okay, so this guy seems like he's cool. He does seem kind of cool. Let's see. What's the journal got to say? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Find the night hag. The tomb plans from the warehouse. Kill Groski the Abnori from Sebastian. Okay. Where... Did it not give me the inclination I need to free him to the zombie? Sebastian allowed me to learn it from his book, although he pretended not to notice what I was doing. Great. That's awesome. Digging it. Okay, that was over here, right? I think it was this door? Because it looked like it was a coffin maker, and it had this weird coffin design. And by weird coffin design, I mean a non-traditional, like, sarcophagus-looking thing. Oh, yeah, here we go. What's up, bud? He turns to face you slightly as you approach. You can feel a sense of expectation in the air about him. You find Master, Dimtree release? Yes, Dimtree, I know how to release you now. He turns to face you and gestures towards you. Please, friend. Speak the words Sebastian taught you. Pause to gather your thoughts and then carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you. Then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well, Dimtree.
Updated my journal.
4,000 XP. With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you heard a fletching thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Great, he leveled up. I missed what he said.
Done.
Oh, he had a copper earring. 4 hit points and 1 from Khan. That's good. You're kind of light on hit points. That's amazing, by the way. A zombie... Good digging, sir. Some other questions. I'm just going. Farewell. Okay. See ya. Just walk in. Remember, he doesn't know that guy's a zombie. So I walk in, say a spell, touch his friend drops dead with a thank you. I say bye, and I leave. And he doesn't seem to care. I gotta find this stupid warehouse though. Before we wrap it up and get over to Gato Roboto, we gotta figure out where this warehouse is at. I've got like 3 quests to do in there now. Okay, if I go this way, it takes me where exactly? Oh, okay, this just gets opened up and I can go anywhere now. Gotcha. Okay, so purpose of the device is unknown. It appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. So that's that. We definitely have magical weapons already.
That one looks good. How much? How much?
Yin Min.
What do I hear for this fine? Over here. Do I hear 100 for the friend? What do you think? Him.
Really legible script above the entryway, building the Vault of the Ninth World.
Done.
Vault of the Ninth World, huh? Vault of the Ninth World. Where are you going? Okay, wait. If you're going that way, talk to Otis. You see a hulking man, dull-faced and slack-jawed. His muscles, however, are truly a sight to behold. He regards you steadily with dead eyes. What? What is this place? No, talk to me. Talk, Lena. There's an oak-like arm at the woman supervisor. All right, farewell. Lena? Hello, Lena. Oh, is this the warehouse then? You see a middle-aged woman, her face care-lined and compassionate. She looks like she's led a hard life. Can I help you with something, stranger? What is this place? This is a storehouse. I'm the supervisor. Things got stored here. Things get taken out of here. She shrugs. Not much to tell, really. I see. Many thanks, farewell. Who are you? I'm Lena. I supervise these other 2. She waves a hand. What do you do here? It's a storehouse and the supervisor's things get stored. I see. Thank you, farewell. Okay. I guess I need to talk to you about what's going on. Welcome to the vaults of the Ninth World. How may I serve you this fine day? Sigillian? What is this place? The Vaults of the Ninth World is pleased to serve as the warehouse of the lower ward and all sentience of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just ain't big enough, we provide storage space for those that have little to spare. Our prices are competitive. Our service exemplary, and our courtesy to our customers is known throughout the plains. What are you? I'm the voice of the Vault of the Ninth World. I am to serve you. You're the customer. Instruct me in what you desire. Store something, claim something. Why is it called the Vault of the Ninth World? Frankly, I have no idea. I think the owner thought it would be a clever name or something. Fair? Is this place as big as a world? No, it's just a marketing exaggeration. There's a lot of space here, but it's not that much. Okay. I'd like to claim something? What is it you're looking for? I was looking for a large bag of coins. I was told that I could retrieve some plans from a tomb here. I was to tell you that I gave Pickett the laugh. I certainly hope so, sir. Whatever that means. I'm just a big dumb rockhead. Here are your papers, sir, and here, thank you. What can I do for you? Any questions? Is there something was place to claim something? Is there some plans for a tomb here? Plans for a tomb. You don't look dead, sir. Not that it's any of my business if you are. Here you are, plans, sir. Can I get something else? Questions for me. Oh, thank you. Farewell. Farewell. We're at the Vault of the Ninth World. Value your business. Please return. Yeah, I'll bet. Okay. That went weirdly smoothly? There's a symbol of a skull and has the slogan "Engineered for Eternity" engraved on it. In shaped container with secured building sign. What could it be in it? Okay, what is about to happen to us? Are we about to get, like, exploded as soon as we step outside? No. Okay. The loan document, scroll of evidence, and the tomb plans. Oh! Okay, it all just went off without a hitch?
I want them all. How much for the bunch of them?
Darian, the Harmonian officer.
Right up, boys and girls, young and old.
So I gotta find someone I trust inside of the thing? Also, I have to go kill a demon, I guess. What's his name? Groshka? Grushka? Grusku. Greasy Goo? What? Oh, is it this guy who's standing by himself over here? Yes, yes it is. Of course he is. You see a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, 4 clawed feet, leathery wings, and a draconian head. The scales covering its body are a vile shade of green. The creature stands upright on its hind legs, balancing with its prehensile tail. As you approach, its eyes narrow to slits, and it begins to hiss. Greetings. The air around the creature begins to radiate heat, and its scales take on a pale green. It gives you a hungry look and appears ready to strike. So it releases a flurry of hisses and releases its stance a bit. Go, no talk, told, wait, glares at you. And a creature at you. Every muscle in the creature seems to tense as it releases a storm of hisses. It starts to reach for you, then stops. Hate drips from its eyes when it speaks to you. Groska no talks. You lucky human, you go while still lucky. You stay taunt. Also no talk. Groska no talk. Groska sure says a lot for someone who doesn't talk. The creature cocks its head to one side and stares at you, eyes wide with surprise. After a moment, it eyes slits and hatred. Its body begins to shake as its muscles tense to cords of steel. You hear a cracking sound, and glancing down, you notice that claws have sunk into the stone beneath its feet. The air around the creature is heavy with heat and almost seems to glow. Go now. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'll leave and I'll get a save. I just realized I haven't gotten a save in a minute. So save. Alright. Okay. See, okay. Annoyed presence. You can go. Come again, go. Gruska kill. Friendliest of creatures, are you? Stares at you, flexing his claws. Eyes narrow to slits as he bends down to look at you in the eye. No, Gruska, not friend. Go. Fine, farewell. Wait. Okay, what if I tell him Sebastian sent me? The creature relaxes quite a bit, and the air grows cooler. It holds a clawed hand to you. Give Gruska information. He looks at you expectantly. What information? It's hard to read facial expressions on a reptile, but you are certain the Groska is rather annoyed with you. His tail begins to lash furiously, and the air grows warmer again. No questions. Give Groska information or die. Groska then take information from body. I need to know which piece of information is for you. I run errands intended for several people, you understand. He stares at you for a moment while he thinks. Finally, he gestures at a nearby tower. Siege towers. How get inside? Sebastian say he divine way. First takes a step toward you and holds out his hand. Now give. Oh, that information. I'm sorry, Sebastian wanted to deliver that one in person. He'll be along soon.
Updated my journal.
The round Grossa begins to radiate heat and his scales take on pale green. Kill quickly, go. Now give Grossa take time. Remove your insides. Let him watch. You should now Grossa kill quick. Wait. I have the information you want, but I know something I think is worth my life. Fine, Sebastian sent me to kill you anyway. Get him! I have no idea if we even have a chance. Wow, that crit for 24 damage definitely helps, though.
The clock sings true.
Wow! Okay, handled. I have no idea if that was the right choice. He has 10 copper on him? We take out an abyssal demon creature, and he's got 10 copper on him. Someone get the riders on the horn. I want a better reward. I want, like, a claw. I want some, like, stuff that I can turn into an armor. Probably his teeth. I want to remove his fire gland and turn it into, like, a 3 times a day, like, fireball spell charm. There's a lot of things I want to loot off of this creature's body to turn into random magical artifacts. Someone get the DM on the phone right now. It's a big lizard. Yeah, but it's also a demon. It also is magic. And it also is able to pierce its claws into stone, which means its claws are super strong. So I want its claws to be made into claw weapons. I want its teeth to turn into daggers. I want to take its fire sack so I can turn it into a fire charm spell thing. I want its skin because its skin's probably super hard for some kind of leather armor. I want the parts off of this thing. These are the rules. This is D&D. I will strip the body to the bones and then use the bones for things also. And there's at least one person in here I've played D&D with who knows I will do that. I played D&D with a lot of people, with a weird number of people in this chat room, and at least one of them knows I would strip a body to the bones, then use the bones. Sebastian smiles as you approach. Good day, Cutter. Yes, and I've come for what is due to me. Moment, please, Cutter. Sebastian reaches into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes into it for a moment before returning his attention to you. I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? It's true, I have to plan ahead for it. Exactly. See, this is why they don't invite you anymore. Well, I haven't played as a D&D player in a while. Yes, I'm ready. 4,000. It is done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you. Sebastian bows to you deeply. Thank you and farewell, Sebastian. Oh, we got a +2 to charisma? Oh, right, because he fixed all of our scars. That's cool.
Updated my journal.
I did actually have another question. Train me in the art, Sebastian. Can you train me in the art? Are you sure you want to give up your current profession and take up the art as a mage? No, let me think about it. Okay, hold on. We're not, well, I mean, we're not the worst mage. Hold on. We have a decent intelligence and a very high wisdom. I don't know... I don't know what kind of mage he is, but... +2 charisma for one dead lizard? Yeah. One, I mean, demonic magic lizard, but yeah. 6. Okay, she's still a level behind, which annoys me. We got her 2 levels and like 4 interactions that were like non-combat, and she's still somehow a level behind everybody. Also, I think a THACO of 14 is really bad, right? Just the overall defense. You're at 1, you're at 2, and you're at 2. So the fact that we have 8 AC is, I think, really bad, actually. Okay, you know what? Wait, hold on. What happens if I take this off you? What happens to your stats? Wait, your AC goes down? Wait, so you're actually stronger without the better armor piece? What? How does that work? Oh, no, it's still a 1. Oh, these two have AC of 2. So that's not changing your AC at all by giving you the thing? Okay, what if I give it to you? He can't wear it. It's mages only. Okay, never mind then. Okay, what if I give you this and I take the ring away? Then what happens? Okay, his AC goes up from that. Okay, so you need both. You need that, but you don't need this for some reason, which is odd to me. THACO was a weird concept. Yeah, I don't know enough about it to like talk about it too much. I just remember everyone I've ever heard talk about it says it was really weird and not the most thought through thing. My base understanding of it is it's like a sliding scale based on your level, and their level determines how hard they are to hit. Which, I get the concept of that, if that's actually how it works. Of like, it doesn't make any sense that a level 2 fighter can fight a level 15 dragon. It's physically impossible for you to defeat the dragon. But also the sliding scales of like, the tables and stuff you have to confirm that with seem like a gigantic pain in the butt. So, I can understand why people don't care for it, actually. You roll THACO to hit AC 0. Not that hard? Oh, okay. So, hit AC 0. So anything below... So how would... Brain handling. So then how do you, like, what's your goal? So you roll a d20, right? The traditional dice of determining outcomes in D&D. Then you apply your bonuses from your skills. And how do you determine, like, how does that translate to the AC? Do I just need to look it up? Do I need to look up THACO and try to explain it right now? Hold on, let me get a save. And at the end of this session, we're gonna do a nice little THACO retro. Let's look at the ways of the THACO, shall we? I'm at the end of this right now anyway. Target's AC. Okay, interesting. Okay, hold on. We're gonna look it up. We've been talking about the horrors that is THACO for a while now. Let's go see why it's so bad, shall we? Time to learn? Yeah, we're gonna end this session, today's session, with a little THACO deep dive. Before we get over to Gato Roboto, everybody. Let me put this in private mode so you don't see any of the company's precious secrets. With 14 THACO 0, you need to roll 14 plus to hit a target with an AC of 0. Okay, so if you have an AC of 1, would you need then to roll a 13 or better? And the 1 is, like, subtracted from the hit? And then if you have a THACO of -1, it's 15 instead of 14? It's like reverse armor? Right. Oh, okay. Okay, so is 14 the default then? Advanced THACO? It is a bit backwards. Just a little bit. Okay, let's see. What is this? Okay. Okay, here we go. THACO is an acronym standing for to hit armor class 0. Yeah, get rid of that. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hopefully nothing too crazy pops up here. Let's see. It refers to a roll required for a character to score a hit on a hypothetical opponent with an armor class of 0, which in turn is based to calculate other attack rolls. THACO is isolated primarily with Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition and was discontinued in later editions of the module. It is variously pronounced THACO or THACO. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's see if we can make sense of this. Opponent's armor class 0. 20-sided die scored to hit by level of the attacker. Opponent armor class. Missiles at long range -5. At medium range -2. Note, half-elves use the attack matrix as elves do, while non-player character half-orcs use the attack matrix for monsters. Dwarves, elves, and gnomes are never lower than first level, unlike halflings and humans, which may be of 0 level. Bards fight at their highest level of fighter experience. That's fantastic. I love they have to clarify that, like, humans can be NPCs, but there's no non-player character, like elves or whatever. It's simple enough if you're used to it and actually clever, but that confusion explaining it why it's good that it's gone. Ah, gotcha. Okay, so attack matrix for fighter, paladin, rangers, bards, and 0-level halflings and humans. Interesting. So opponent armor class, right? So we're at an 8. So at level 0, they would have to roll a 13 to hit us? Is that what I'm getting? Like a combined 13? So if you have an armor class 0 and you're a level 0, you would have to roll a 20 to hit them. So like right now, with the con having a 1 AC, if we were fighting a level 0 person, they would have to roll a combined 20 to hit, right? Am I understanding that correctly? That seems to be what this is saying. Okay, so I guess if a dragon would probably have something crazy like a -8. So it would become almost impossible for a level 0 to hit them. Okay, I mean, that makes sense to me. See, prior to the publication of D&D 3rd edition in the year 2000. Really? Okay. I thought it was earlier than that. Dungeons & Dragons used a descending armor class scale, where a lower armor class meant that the character was harder to hit. Each player character in the monster has a statistic known as THACO, which is calculated based on their level or hit dice. Or hit dice, really? Against an opponent with an armor class of 0, you must roll equal to or above your own THACO on a 20-sided die in order to score a hit. In practice, most opponents do not have an armor class of 0. The target's armor class is subtracted from the attacker's THACO when determining a hit. For example, a character with a THACO of 14 must roll between 14 and 20 on a d20 to hit an opponent with an AC of 0. Against an opponent with an AC 6, he hits on a roll between 8 and 20. Oh, okay. That makes some amount of sense. So the THACO is, in theory, your own skill with a weapon or with an attack, right? So presumably, THACO and former TSR employee Tim Kisk preferred the pronunciation THACO. Jeff Grubb favored the pronunciation THACO. So they prefer THACO, not THACO. Okay. A chart was provided to determine the roll needed to hit based on the attacker's level and the target's armor class. A separate chart on page 20 determined monster to hit values based on their dice, i.e. hit dice. Concept roughly equivalent to the character level. Oh, gotcha. Similar tables for player characters and monsters appeared in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Master's Guide, 1st edition. Okay. Describe THACO as an invention of convention tournament scene used to convey information to DMs. A goal of tournament adventure module design at the time was to standardize the D&D experience to allow fair play of competitive modules. Yeah, D&D was... They had, like, tournaments. I've heard about this kind of thing before. They used to have, like, D&D competitive tournaments and stuff. I have no idea how that used to work, but... Describe THACO was originally created as an in-house design tool to calculate average hit chances. I guess THACO eventually leaked out into published books, though Cast could not recall which writer originally invented THACO or who first used its source book. It appeared in Dungeon Master's Guide 1st edition. That of each monster attack capable in our column. We even began to transition. We'll continue through the R series. Replace the 2 hit charts as the primary method to determine a hit. Okay. Which is an option in Rules Cyclopedia. Change to more intuitive ascending armor class system, where a higher armor class is better. Characters and monsters now have an attack bonus, which is added to a d20 roll, and compared to the target's armor class to determine a hit. This change eliminated the need for THACO. All additions to the module since then have continued to use the ascending armor class system. Okay, so how does one... How do you determine a character's THACO then, or THACO? Interesting. I'll have to look at our character sheet next time we play this and see if we can figure out why... Like, why 14 seems to be, like, the base level? That's really interesting. With tables, of course. Oh, okay. So it's not an inherently obvious thing, then. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. Again, I understand why they got away from it. It doesn't sound like it's a terrible thing. It's just probably a little time-consuming, either on the DM's part as they're trying to build the experience, or something you're constantly having to reference, which is also kind of slows down everything. I don't know. I've just heard it's terrible, so I can't speak of how terrible or why, just that it was. It sounds like the problem is you just have to refer to charts way too much, which, yeah, That's definitely not everyone's thing. Lurkers, thank you. You got the Twitch World go around. We always appreciate you. Anybody checks the VODs here on Twitch, checks the VODs the YouTube repository. Also greatly appreciated. Seeing those numbers helps keep me motivated. If you need a well thought out solution, you need a thinking solution. Raven Hillbrook Inc. Thinking Solutions. And that's going to be it for me, everyone. I hope you all have a good rest of whatever you're up to. And yeah, I think that'll do it. Bye.